Operations consulting, how to get into it. Businesses with no or inadequate plans face a variety of problems and risk losing everything. To form the trajectory of their companies, organizations need appropriate and successful strategies. The role of operations consultants is to help with this. They guide businesses in the right direction to increase production and productivity. A business's operations consultants serve as strategic planners, facilitators, or supporters. Their position within the company determines their roles. They can work with clients to identify areas of the business that need to be developed and focused on, and their weaknesses and strengths. Consultants also implement the most up-to-date innovations, prepare progress and assessment reports, and assist with training and budget coordination. The consultancy sector is one of the most diverse industries in the professional services industry. Consultants are noted for their long hours, extensive travel, and consistently evolving projects. Consulting, on the other hand, is an excellent way to gain new skills and advance professionally. But first, if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel to continue receiving great weekly videos on consulting. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a new video. Operations consulting. Most people have no idea what operations consultancy is. When people hear the term operations, they automatically think of a poor job, low pay, and limited career options. The emphasis of operations consultants is on execution. Typically, a business has a dilemma for which you must find a solution. It's comparable to what management consultants do. The most significant distinction is that you assist them in putting the key into action in operations consulting. Getting a job as an operations consultant. Like a management consultant or analyst, an operations consultant is a form of research analyst who uses data models to assist an organization's management in streamlining and improving operations. They can aid in increasing business performance, lowering costs, and improving customer responsiveness. Operations consultants may work for themselves or consulting companies, and their career paths differ depending on their speciality or industry. Operations consultants are often self-employed, giving them the freedom to choose their customers, workload, and schedule. They often travel extensively, spending time at both their clients' locations and their own offices. What is the role of an operations consultant? Many operations advisors need specific skills to fulfill their duties. To narrow down the most popular gifts for someone in this role is by looking at their resumes. It is discovered that analytical skills, communication skills, and interpersonal skills were all reported on many resumes. Learn the skills and experience you'll need. All effective consultants agree that it is essential for all newcomers to the consulting industry to acquire the necessary consulting skills and knowledge. An MBA, Master in Business Administration, is one of the most effective ways to learn the requisite knowledge and skills. It would help if you realize that an MBA degree would benefit you regardless of whether you have the necessary experience. However, it is to be understood that an MBA is not a requirement for finding a consulting job. However, taking these courses would help you become a viable candidate, particularly if you have the unique industry skills and experience that consulting firms need. The main explanation for this is that you will acquire some requisite skills such as communication, management, leadership, problem solving, and working under duress. Prepare a solid resume and a decent cover letter. Yes, you may have all of the requisite qualifications, but if you do not effectively show all of your stuff, you may not be noticed. To do so, you'll need a robust and outstanding resume and cover letter. To make your resume stand out, you should begin on the first page with your relevant experience, followed by your experience and quantifiable accomplishments. If you want your future boss to take note of you, you should list all of your consulting achievements. Learn about the job hunting and interview process for experienced consultants. As a new consultant joining the field, you must learn about the technical consulting and job searching process. When looking for a consulting position, make sure you look at all of your choices, including online platforms. Furthermore, you must thoroughly prepare for the interview process. and this is where you will have the chance to persuade your employer to recruit you. In the consulting industry, find a good mentor. Finding a good mentor who is a trained pro can be highly beneficial to anyone who wants to get into consulting. A good mentor in the consulting industry should have a lot of experience, perspective, and expertise. The person should help you explore your consulting career and create strategies for finding better consulting job opportunities. Knowing how much your mentor will support and encourage you before you enter the consulting industry is critical. Join a consulting organization. A consulting organization's primary goal is to help students communicate with potential employers and learn more about the business world. A consulting company will help you understand emerging consulting trends and link you with various consulting companies. A consulting company will assist you in preparing for the recruiting process for a job. It is primarily accomplished by social activities and seminars aimed at professional growth. Make contacts in the consultancy sector. It's critical to realize that you need to network with people in the field if you want to break into the consulting industry. Typically, networking entails contacting people you met at a workshop, consulting organization, or job fairs, such as family, colleagues, and even acquaintances. Networking allows you to exchange vital information and knowledge about the consulting industry and learn more about potential career leads and build relationships. In reality, networking in the consulting industry can become second nature to you. Find a consulting internship and make the most of it. The simple way to get into the consulting industry is to secure an internship with a consulting company. An internship with a consulting firm will help you in the following ways. You will have the ability to learn more about the consultant lifestyle and what it entails. If you're lucky, you could get a full-time consulting job after your internship. How to do case study interviews. If you've ever had to go through a case study interview, you'll know how terrifying it can be. A case interview's primary goal is to enable you to demonstrate to your interviewer what you would do if you were hired and given a job to complete right away. There are also case studies regarding consultant work, where you would solve a specific problem. These questions can be difficult at times, and you'll need to know how to react. The following are some pointers to help you deal with such inquiries. Determine the question's purpose. Identifying the question's purpose will help you ace the case interview. During a case interview, there is a possibility that you're not going to be asked open-ended or general questions. You may be tempted to answer the question without even thinking about it, hoping for the best. However, it is essential to recognize that time is of the essence when it comes to case interviews. You must take your time answering questions, so don't question if there are any goals when addressing the case, which allows you to ensure that you understand the case's history and meaning. If you're asked an open-ended or broad question, you'll have the chance to show off your analytical skills, which not every candidate will have. Distinguish between issues that are unique to your business and those that affect the whole industry. When attempting to address or resolve specific concerns, make sure to distinguish between company-specific and industry-wide issues. When you're in a situation like this, the priority should be to solve the industry-wide problems. If they aren't there, you should look at the company's unique issues. When you discover a case, you should first investigate the company's role before making any suggestions. Carry out segmentation. Segmentation is crucial, especially when trying to figure out what's causing the problem. It's important to realize that you can't use an assumption to solve a problem, particularly involving products, services, or customers. You can never presume that the only issue is a general drop in sales across all of your products or services or customer base. It's unlikely that different product or consumer groups will be impacted in the same way. When it comes to segmentation, it's necessary to know the other forms such as consumer market data, product optimization, channel differentiation, customer needs differentiation, and geographic segmentation. Make up your mind and stick to the goal. The majority of interviewers will ask for your opinion at the end of the case or after each interview question. When you're asked these types of questions, remember that the interviewer needs to hear what you have to say, not what your notes say. As a result, you should be aware that you should not waffle to buy time in such situations, but rather give the response that comes to mind. Also, you should not be shy. Instead, you should respond confidently and calmly, demonstrating that you are a case interview genius. If you're worried about addressing the query in that way, keep in mind that consultants are both optimistic and risk-averse. Respond to the question to leave space for feedback, but don't display any signs of weakness. It takes a lot of courage and effort to get into consultancy. However, if you follow these steps on how to get into operations consultancy, you'll be well on your way. Make sure you finish your homework, practice in front of a mirror, begin as soon as possible. Also, get expert reviews to help you advance faster. If you liked this video, give us a like so we can make more videos like this one. And tell us in the comments section below what type of videos you want. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos.